All right, and we're live.
Hey.
This is a surprise live stream, so welcome everybody. I'm here today with Joey Hiller. Uh, Welcome, Joey. We are friends because Joey is a, a amazing Val 10 user. He's very creative and makes a lot of awesome things. And we were just catching up, and Joey was telling me about the company he works for, Helium, and something that they recently were shipping. And I was like, what even is it? And we were just trading feedback about it. He was clarifying my thinking, and so he sent me this package, and we thought it'd be fun to live on stream, have me unbox it and get it all set up with it. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, it was I think I hit you up because we had just launched like a whole new product, a whole new way for our users to interface and set up hotspots and manage them and all that. And you started looking through it and you're like, what am I looking at? Where am I starting? And I think the cool thing is through that conversation, we started to do something that was a little bit, I guess, would have been entirely foreign for us, but 5 months ago. Um, and we just started taking these ideas and bouncing them back as like prototypes. Um,
Mm.
and I think you're like, so what is this hotspot thing? Like I set it up and it earns me money. Like what? I don't see that reflected on the website. Why is that not for like a
Mm.
masthead,
Maybe
right?
could you
Like,
pull up the existing website so we can
oh
show
yeah,
people like my confusion? Because now I just sound like I'm a critical guy.
right, yeah. No, like we tell this like it's a very beautiful website, and I like love everything about it. But then I think you were looking for that like punchline part of it. So what are
Yeah,
you really
like
building? Like all that.
yeah, like what problem is it solving for who? I like am I the customer or telco is the customer? Uh,
Yeah, it. I mean, we'll get into it, but yeah, the telco is the customer, right? And you, as the deployer of this mystery thing in this box, are effectively the provider. So I guess to take the spoilers away here, the Helium hotspot is a way for you, and we were talking about this. It kind of Airbnb's your internet. You take this thing that you're paying for a fixed amount per month, and you can basically sell that unused bandwidth, and then that acts as we call it a mini cell tower, basically. So your phones all connect to it. Um,
I'm
and
gonna
then
start opening the box, by the way.
amazing, good. Um, so like this little thing, you set it up. Ideally, it's in a high traffic location, and then you start to serve the people on phones around you. And so your thing was like just get right to the point, right? You said, how do you take this thing and like be much more upfront about it? And it was really cool to start thinking about the angles. There we go, cool. Um, of what impacts a good deployment, what makes sort of like high earning versus low earning, those what are those variables there, and we're able to sort of distill it down to basically one slider, which was kind of fun. And it's just like try to think like how much you're going to make, um, and what are the reasons for that. So like if you're operating an airport, and so like BWI has deployed Helium all throughout it, which is amazing.
Who?
And in their case, BWI Airport, um, and they just took their existing Wi-Fi infrastructure and then worked with us, and we sort of added configurations. It's a process that we call Helium Plus, and then you take
Hmm.
your existing enterprise hardware. It's capable of doing this protocol that we use called Passpoint, and
Hmm.
then you can connect to our systems, and then we plug all of that into the telco operators, and then you pay, and it's a whole happy system that way. Um, but you get down to like if you set it at home, you should expect your earnings to basically be zero, right? Because you on your personal phone are already connected to your home Wi-Fi. You're not offloading. There is no sort of connectivity story there.
Well, maybe if I'm in an apartment building, then my neighbors might use it.
Well, your neighbors are probably already on their Wi-Fi anyway. But if they have friends coming through, if there's delivery people, all that kind of stuff, then those people are looking for that connectivity. So that's an opportunity for them to connect. Good little instruction book. So this
I
is an
got
exciting thing for me because we just shipped this platform that I was telling you about, what, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago?
shiny.
Um, so I'm seeing a new unboxing and onboarding for this new experience.
Shiny up here. I don't know why.
Oh yeah. Did you peel that cover?
Yeah, I peeled it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice and shiny.
Is
I
there
see people
a
put
purpose
these
to
on.
it?
It just keeps it shiny, a little.
Was there a purpose to the shininess? It just looks
Oh
cool.
no. Yeah, no, that just looks good.
All right. All right. So now what?
Yeah, so I think there's a little instruction book, but you could go two ways here. One, actually, the first thing I'd recommend is plugging it in,
All right.
and so that would be power and Ethernet. So
Is
because
it
this
okay if
thing,
I do that here, even though we'll have to unplug and replug it in later, closer to the Wi-Fi, or should we do this closer to the Wi-Fi to begin with?
let's go closer. Let's get that guy plugged into Ethernet.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna have to re
Cool.
camerafy, re-micify. One sec.
Yeah.
All right. There we are.
There we are. This is a good opportunity for member to retweet our stream here. There we go. I'm not catching your audio. I think you're muted, but that's probably intentional.
How about now?
You're
All
good.
right. Cool. All right.
Okay, so the reason we're sending you to the other room is that this thing, as effectively like a infrastructure layer, right? It has to connect these phones. It likes to be connected to Ethernet. It likes a good solid connection. So they don't operate as a bridge for Wi-Fi. They are the Wi-Fi or the cell tower.
Totally. All right. So I guess it'll be like right next to this guy.
Amazing. Yeah, it's a perfect spot. It looks like it sort of casts out to the whole room. Everyone should be connected to it.
Yeah. Let's see. Where will I plug? Where is power though? I need to figure that out.
That is it.
What's that?
Good question. They do support power over Ethernet, but I have to imagine the thing you're plugging into it maybe doesn't. So
Okay.
won't save you.
I think here I got a guy. I
Okay.
can see.
Yeah, I see it.
Plug it in there.
So tell me what you're thinking as you go through this too, because I'm kind of given the background of it, but I'm curious what that unboxing experience is like. Full humility here. Like we're learning this stuff as we go.
It took me I guess my one piece of feedback. The box was pretty. It took me a while to get the shield off of this thing.
Yeah,
For some reason,
yeah.
like I was like really tight.
Yeah.
Then, let's see if that works.
Precision fit.
I'm not seeing it turn on, but it could be the
So
problem.
it'll take a second for it to wake up, and part of the reason I'm having you do this first is it's going to try and it'll wake up and then start pulling its latest firmware update. So we're totally.
Oh wow, you're right. So I would have just assumed that something was wrong. It took like that. It took like I don't know 20 seconds to turn on or like to show that it was on. So that was surprising.
Yeah.
To me.
This is the challenge of hardware, frankly. Like we build all of these things, we get them to the factory, we get them to the warehouse, and you're stuck with that firmware. So I have to, tell the right story about the right onboarding process there.
So now I'm going to pass this guy up the back of the box and then lay it on top.
Okay. And it's got a little stand too. I think it's in the box, but little black thing kind of like this. And the way to go, I like to say front towards enemy, like playing Call of Duty or something. Just pointing it out to the people that are probably using it.
Now it's on there. It's on the top. It's still plugged in.
Cool.
Is now time to plug in the Ethernet situation?
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's not phoning home yet, I guess, without internet. So
Okay.
make sure it gets that.
And which one? The middle one or the one on the left?
There should be one open one and one closed one.
Yeah. I see it now. I saw this.
Yeah. Looking at the.
I plugged into LAN 1 on my Wi-Fi router.
Yeah.
That,
Okay.
yeah. There is one open one, one closed one, but I think it was different than on mine than on yours. Maybe. I think the middle one on mine was open. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You're right. It's just flipped. It's flipped. Yeah, you're right.
Something like that.
Cool. All right. All plugged in.
Cool. So while that is doing its thing, we could actually go set up your account and do all that fun stuff.
Should I go back into my room or do I need to be out here at all again?
No, let's go back to the desk. I think you're assuming everything's working nicely, hardware challenges and all that, considered. We should be good to go on that end of things.
Is there anything we could do now to quickly check in on it, how it's going?
We're going to do it live. I could, yes, but we're going to see how it goes.
Okay, so I'm going back.
Okay. So, going back to our macro thing here, the opportunity, now that you've got this thing set up, it's in your office. Basically, anytime somebody shows up with their phone, if they are an AT&T subscriber, T-Mobile subscriber, Google Fi, etc., we've worked with those companies, and those phone subscriptions will just automatically connect to the hotspot. They'll get transfer, they'll get good indoor coverage, and then you get the reward for serving those users, which is really cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm on Google Fi.
Okay. Yeah. My brother's whole family is on Google Fi, and he was really excited that he could bounce around and connect to these things.
Cool. All right. So now maybe I should share my screen as we sign me up.
Yeah. So keep mine going. You can hide me. And then,
cool.
Later if we need
to. Where do I go?
So I think the little pamphlet in the box does point you in the right direction, but I'll show
you. Do you want me to do that? I can.
Sure. Yeah. Let's make sure everything's working here.
All right. Let's see. This is
very QR code on there. I think is the.
I think that's what you want me to do. yeah. The rest of this looks like a warranty. This is the thing I should do on my phone, or can I do it on the browser? Maybe.
You can do both now. So that was the thing that we just launched, and so we redirected that QR code, and it sort of takes you to the right place. But it used to be all through a mobile app. Now you can do it through a nice mobile progressive web app, or you could do it on web directly.
Cool. Well,
so
given that I can't scan it,
since you can do it on the screen. So it's world.helium.com. Is the place to go.
All right. World.helium.com.
Yep. Running on
Vercel security checkpoint. Huh.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often.
I know. We people like to scrape this data in a very intense way. So the Vercel tooling is actually really nice here.
Ha! Huh? Look at that. I'm a bot.
I've never. Oh no.
Wow. We should send this to Vercel.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So you're in there.
Log in.
Yeah, log in.
Whoa. Okay. I don't have an existing wallet. All right. Steve at val.town. All right. I'll be right back with the code. When I paste the code in, will it go?
I think it'll do it in sneaky mode. So.
Okay. Let's find out.
Yeah. Oh
nope.
No, but oh well. You've already used it, so hopefully it's okay. Nobody can snipe you there.
It's a one-time. Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you're in. You've got an account now.
I'm
This is
in.
still a little new for us, so blank states are a rough area, admittedly. All right, like you're looking at your dashboard and there's nothing in it. Um, but yeah, you're finding your way.
All right. Cool. Cool.
I just saw a bug.
Okay.
I'm gonna go report
Oh,
it.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now I need to go back out and scan this QR code.
You can do that, or if you have the box, it's on the box. Or you can manually enter it too.
Oh, look, what do you know? It's on the box. That's
There we
sick.
go.
Yeah, yeah, you should tell people that.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Allow.
Okay, there you are. This is exciting for me. Searching. This is always the case with QR readers, isn't it?
There
Hey,
we
there
got
it goes.
it.
Amazing. Okay.
Sick. All right. All right. I guess everyone's gonna know my company address, which I think is fine.
Cool.
All right. Submit location. All right. Yeah. Details are correct. This is a pretty magical experience. I'm a fan.
It is. Yeah, it's gotten easier. The thing that I'm reporting to my engineers right now is I think all of our images got broken. So
Like this.
yeah. We've been really rapidly pushing features since we released, which has been really exciting. And something broke along the way, it looks like.
Too much vibe coding.
Right. And I am actually going to go and look inside here.
Do you want to show what you're doing on the live stream or no?
No.
Secret admin dash panel.
Right. It literally, yes.
It's not a problem that people know the like name and serial number of my hotspot, I would hope.
No, those are correlated, and then it just, hey, look at that. Those just connect to your location. So yeah, there's another missing picture. Get that fixed up. But
Look at
yeah,
that.
that should be in your hotspot dashboard. There.
Reward share, 100%. That sounds good.
Yeah, so this was one of the fun things that we shipped is a lot of times people set one of these things up just like you did your first one here. But then they get really excited about it. It's like, wow, I can do one of these at the pizza place on the corner or whatever. I know that guy. I'll give him half of the rewards and we'll share it.
Ooh, I set it up on your Wi-Fi and we split.
Yeah, so there's people out there that have done like hundreds of these things. So they used to go and do manual accounting and all this other stuff. So we just built this completely on chain, and then they onboard with a QR code. They get their own experience like this, and it's just pretty straightforward.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing on my end, it looks like you're totally up to date here. It's kind of waking up, but solid connection.
Utility low.
Yeah, that's I gotta adjust that, I think. But after it's been running for a little bit, we can start to understand like its impact in its given area. So if you're reaching a bunch of people, things like that. So what I guess it's worth talking about like what happens now, which is the hotspot wakes up, it starts learning about its environment. It's going to go into this mode that we call demand sampling. And basically what happens there is it just loads AT&T's configuration in a like an unrewarded way. So there's a sampling period. We start to understand the traffic and all this stuff, and then that helps those carriers know if they want to go activate that site or not. So there's all of these sort of nuances, and I'm trying to, from a product perspective, smooth that out a little bit. But there's levels to this onion.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, should I turn off Wi-Fi on my phone and I'm on Google Fi? Like, can I
Uh,
how soon until that kicks off?
yeah, that you are Google Fi enabled right now. So you could turn off your current Wi-Fi and it should connect to Helium.
So if I'm on Google Fi, I'll turn off Wi-Fi on my phone.
Well, you want so this is the confusing part, I guess, is
Oh, it
the
just can de
it
disconnect.
yeah, it acts as a little mini cell tower, but it uses Wi-Fi as that cell tower signal.
I see, I
So
see. So I can't turn off Wi-Fi. I have to disconnect from this network.
yes.
Okay, disconnect from the network, but not forget it. So I'm disconnected. Now it looks on my phone like I'm just on 5G.
Hmm.
So
So
how will I know if it's using helium or not?
so yeah, it's gonna just eventually what'll happen is your phone's going to sort of say like I'm on a cell tower, I don't really want to be on a cell tower, it actually prefers to be on Wi-Fi, and so it's going to look through that SSID availability list. It's going to find the, the pass point capable SSIDs and it's going to try to connect to them, and so it's going to stumble across Helium, it's going to try to connect, um, and then assuming everything goes according to plan, it should work. Um, your phone will just automatically connect to it because
And it'll
the
show
carrier is
Wi-Fi.
in there, and it'll just show Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Huh.
You
So,
can force it by just trying to directly connect. Um,
okay. Yeah, so how would I do that?
there should be an SSID in your list called Helium, and then if you tap on that one, it should connect for you.
All right. Ah, helium. Okay. I clicked on it. I'm getting like a authentication screen.
Okay, so the bundle hasn't been updated on your phone, so it won't
Is this something I have to
log
opt
you in
into?
yet. You shouldn't have to opt in. Yeah.
The
It's
claims, sorry.
it may be that we just haven't registered this on our Radius server yet.
It sounds unbelievable that
Yeah.
your claims. You're like, yeah, you just like plug it in, and now your phone will just like connect to it, and like somehow Google will pay for my ability to like what? What?
Mhm.
What's
It
happening right
is,
now?
well, I mean, if you think about it, this goes to the big macro thing, which is these cell companies are effectively marketplaces of connectivity. So if you look at Verizon or whoever, like they own some of their own towers. They also buy from Crown Castle and all these others. Um,
What the
there's
heck is Crown
there's a whole
Castle?
industry in this, right? Yeah.
I've never even
They're
heard of them.
basically they're a real estate investment fund, but it is all cell tower space. They basically lease you a square meter on a tower, and they will put radios on them. And
No. The
yeah.
ta like so I should when I see a cell tower, I should think of that as like a colo. Like
Mm-hmm.
like I'm a cloud computing guy, so I think of like yeah, colo where you like can rent out space and like plug in a box for you. And that's what a cell tower is. They sell
100%.
space on the tower to like put equipment and like they plug it in.
Yep. And they've got guys that'll go climb the tower, and they're trained to
Oh
do
my
your
God.
stuff.
It is colo. It's just colo, but in
Yeah.
the air, in the open air.
It's in the air, and then probably on top of your building too. Like if you look through their index of stuff, like this is like this everywhere.
Whoa, holy shit. It's cloud
Yeah.
computing. It's edge cloud computing, but like it's edge cloud computing, but also with antennae, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So they have backhaul, they have the fiber, they whatever. They're going to bring the resources together, and then they just put a bunch of steel in the air and sell it to you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah,
in order for
taking this
like,
analogy, like how are they paying? Right? Is you just bypassed a huge stack of their cost, right? So you went and created a little cell tower in your office, and that's a huge advantage to them because now they don't have to pay the other guy, or they can offload the
so
impact on those
Google
other towers.
Fi is now not having to pay Crown as much.
or
Yeah.
they don't have to pay Timo, who has to pay. It keeps going, right? Um, so yeah,
Timo is
it's
T-Mobile.
basically Timo is T-Mobile, yeah, because which is,
Timo.
am I remembering that right with
I think so.
Google
I think Google
Fi? Because
Fi just pays T-Mobile. Yes.
yeah, um, so it's a whole stack of costs, and of course everyone has their markups and all of that. So Helium takes this model and just says like, how do we build this from the ground up? How do we give people agency to build their own networks? And this is like you running your server in your own office, but it's, multiply redundant with everyone else who's also providing that coverage around you. So um, you're serving a piece of the network that way.
Yeah, yeah. That would, that would be a crazy thing, but also such a fun vibe if Valentine was like, you know what? Like enough of this cloud business. We're just gonna put a rack here, plug it into the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I mean, there's people that are kind of trying to do that, but like, of course, there's benefits in if you're talking about co-location or like server farms. Like, there's a lot of benefit in that density because you have power redundancy and all these other layers to it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
And
so, like those, yeah,
we're in US East too, I think. We're like in Ohio. And that's like the vast majority of our resources. And so it's really nice that we can just like whenever we get an extra cloud vendor kind of thing, like we can just get it located there-ish, and
yeah,
like and everyone's like optimized on making sure like everything's really interconnected really well there.
yeah. And there's like whole businesses stood up around that, right? Like to be a third party server farm or like a colo, right?
Yeah.
To be in US East or US
Yes,
West
yes,
or
yes.
whatever, like you're in prime territory. It's like
Totally.
being on Main Street.
So I guess one like question slash piece of feedback for you guys is like how like what does it mean that this like orange thing is happening, and like how long should I expect this to last?
Yeah, it's what I'm looking at right now. It's like, boy, it'd be really nice if you saw some metrics there. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, like some
effectively,
some progress.
yeah, like we run stats daily, sort of like it's like an hour after UTC midnight. Um, there's more that I think we can start to do to push real time metrics in here, and I've got someone on my team that's starting to take what I'm looking at in this internal tool and push these into our platform, so you have a little more, actual visibility there. Um, but give this thing a day or two, you'll start to see
Oh, okay.
states
So like a
activate.
day or two. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing like I shouldn't be sharing the screen anymore. There's like nothing more to see here for like another day.
yeah, yeah. But from a user experience standpoint, that kind of sucks. So I think that's an area that we're going to push on.
It would be like a big improvement if you just said something like, "There's nothing more to see here for a day."
Right? Yeah, I think I could claw my way through that one this afternoon. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And then I tried again, like trying to connect to the Helium network on my phone, and it again didn't work, or like again, like asked for a password. So
Okay.
for some reason, I just find this hard to believe that you're telling me that like something is going to happen in the background, and then my phone, when I click on that button, the Helium button in this list of Wi-Fi networks, it'll like somehow have the credentials. Like how?
Mhm. Yeah, so effectively the credentials become a handshake between your carrier and Helium. Um,
But
and
how does that like when I go to connect to a Wi-Fi network in the operating system, like somewhere it's like, do I does the carrier somehow know the Wi-Fi, the password to this Wi-Fi?
pretty much that it becomes a key exchange less than a like username and password. And so there's an authorization and authentication layer. There's a server called AAA server. It's a accounting, authorization, and what did I say? I already said the word. I already forgot it. But it is what does that handshake for you. And so that carrier's plugged into that. The hotspot's plugged into it. Everyone kind of knows that pipeline. And then when the phone sees those things, it says like, "Oh, I know about this. This is baked into my carrier bundle." And so the phone,
So when does the phone get new carrier bundles?
I don't know. There's a guy on my team that I could ask that of, but I'm not sure.
Like, would it like should I like turn Wi-Fi on and off? Oh, whoa! Something's different on my phone. Hold on. Can you guys see this? This
Oh,
like
you're on
W
Wi-Fi.
plus? Whoa! I've never seen W plus before. Is that here? Is that this? Did we are we doing it? Is this it?
That might be it. I don't know Android states. I know iPhone states. Uh, are you
Holy,
on? Is it on
holy
Wi-Fi?
shit! Hold on. It's whoa! Look at this. It says Google
Oh yeah,
Fi connected W plus. Oh my God.
they,
Oh my
they, they
goodness.
did it.
Helium network. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, we got
That
there.
is freaking magic. Okay, hold on. So
Yeah.
now if I go to like speed test, if I go to like fast, like I don't know if you
Mhm.
know the fast app,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like it'll test my network connection speed through that Wi-Fi. Holy shit. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. so
Whoa.
so this is the benefit, right? Is when anyone with a phone comes in range and they can connect, they're getting the best of your, connection, and they're not trying to, squeak through on edge or whatever might be available. You're in Brooklyn, so I'm sure the
Whoa.
coverage is pretty good, but um,
Whoa.
that is
Okay,
all.
so now this should be higher because like I just like download, like I'm using it now. Like it should be
Yeah.
more than zero.
Well, yeah. So at that epoch compute, you're going to see data transferred. You're going to see active users.
What's
Um,
epoch
that
compute?
uh, that UTC midnight when we go calculate all of this
Oh,
stuff
I
and
see, I
go,
see, I see.
yeah, push it
Yeah, yeah,
out.
you got to have like these numbers are updated daily add and input
I
UTC
know this
midnight.
is
Yeah,
just like this is why I love calls like this because you're like, oh man, what am I doing?
well, it's just like yeah, exactly. Like otherwise, it's like this whole dashboard's broken. Like what's happening?
Yep.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
my thinking would be like, is there another Helium network in the building that my phone just connected to?
Oh sure. Yeah. Like why am I not seeing it over here? Does
Oh
it
wait,
mean
sorry,
something
something
wrong?
happened to audio.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like
you just got quieter. I don't know why.
interesting. Um, but yeah, in a couple hours, I think it's what 5 p.m. Pacific or around then my time. This dashboard will update, and then you'll even see like a H&T reward for the data transfer that was handled and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you're
Amazing.
fully set up.
I'm fully set up. So I'm gonna get emails about those things you said.
No emails. I am going to build those eventually, but I think it'll be handy just to sort of like, people want to be more passive about this stuff, not have to check the dashboard. Um, but yeah, it'll be in the dashboard.
Okay. Cool. All right. And then yeah, I'll have to let you know on if I'm making any money.
Yeah,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. How
Oh,
will
there.
I get money out of here into like I guess Valentine the business should be the one benefiting.
Yes, that is a great question. So the rewards tab, which I'm going to ship an update to this afternoon.
For some reason I like had the question and I was like I never would have clicked this.
Oh, I'm not sure
Yeah.
if I know what to change there, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like right in front of you. Yeah.
I
Um,
feel like transfers or like is how I think. I don't think of it as rewards. I think of it as money.
oh,
You know.
interesting. Yeah, my balance or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That I would have clicked. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so
Or
yes,
wallet maybe.
as that stuff starts to accrue, um, it'll become claimable rewards on the hotspot itself, um, and then you'll be able to hit claim, and it goes straight into your balance. You can send it to Coinbase. Eventually, I'm going to build an off ramp directly in here. You can just take money to your bank account, or you can hold tokens.
Nice.
You kind of do whatever you want.
My my buddy works. I use Mercury, but my buddy works at Modern Treasury. And they have like a new payments platform that I'll shill for because I'm a Modern Treasury fan. I wonder if you're thinking about them at all, or what provider are you thinking about to off ramp money?
I mean, I'll look into this. There's a couple of them out there. I'm looking at. There's Sphere. There's of course Coinbase. There's kind of a
All right, we got Parth excited about Helium in the comments.
amazing.
Welcome, Parth. Thanks for commenting. Always more fun this
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I didn't know those. I was unexpected. See that come through there. But yeah, that's a spike that I'll end up doing because it's a commonly requested thing, and especially when you're talking about the guy that owns a pizza place or whatever, like he doesn't want to think about all these
Yeah,
boundaries.
I just got a Valtown crypto wallet so I could play with X402. So I do have a
Cool.
Coinbase wallet, but I'm like such a crypto noob that to me it's like, what the heck? Like,
Hmm.
like how can I transfer these funds to any wallet? How do I get them into USDC so I
That
can
is a
spend
good
them?
point. And well, so I watched your XOR2 video, and I love the insights in there, by the way. Um,
Wait,
the
hold on. Are the insights like meta insights about how like a noob is confused about crypto, or like actual insights like I was teaching you something?
No, like just like it felt like a very practical take on X402. It's like everyone talks about it, and they're like, "This is going to be the machine economy, yada yada." But it's like the real pain point is just like gathering up API keys and all this like that. Just let
Thank
the
you, thank
machine
you.
do it for you.
Yeah, yeah. So anyways, this is what this is the post that Joey's talking about, and then I have a video. Oh, yeah. Where's my a video? Yeah, I have a video here of like if you like the vibe of this live stream, you'll like the vibe of this video. It's just like me, uh, you know, struggling
I
to
mean,
understand crypto.
it's
What's
it's a
that?
really good perspective, and I hope the people at Coinbase watch it. I know one of the guys that works on X402 over there disliked
One
it.
comment, dislike. You
If
know, you could have just said, you could have just hit that button, but this dude wanted me to know he specifically disliked him.
right, uh, crypto gets a bad rap. Notable, like more so for there's a lot of nonsense. Like, admittedly, like the space is crufty that way.
I, I
But there's
think
a lot of cool stuff in there.
I can serve as an excellent, I don't know, I need a word for this. Like I'm
Filter,
someone who
yeah.
filter, yeah, like a halfway house, basically. I want to like be very loud and constant about my like distaste for crypto, so that I can like be a credible resource, credible idiot for the rest of the world to be like, hey guys, like I dislike crypto as much as the rest of you. I'm confused by it too. I'm trying to make sense of the like one or two projects in crypto
Hmm.
that aren't total scams and that actually have utility.
Yeah, no, the space gets such a bad rap for meme coins and pump and dump
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Melania token and like all this other stuff that's going on, right? But there are some really cool things happening. You know, stable coins are a total reimagining of the way you can handle money. Um, I had to send some funds to somebody that I had invested in their company, and I couldn't do it with banks. Like, it was just impossible. They were in Europe. I was here. They couldn't
Wow.
figure out the wire. I went to the branch. It was a whole thing. Um, and I just said, like, hey, you guys, can you take USDC? Got it done in like 20 minutes. It was just done,
Whoa.
right? Um, uh, but then, yeah, you go into Helium sits in a realm known as DeepIn, decentralized physical infrastructure. And so it
Deep.
takes the
Whoa, whoa,
same
whoa. Hold on, hold on. Deep in?
DEPIN. It's a
D
terrible acronym, but it's local.
DEPIN. Deepin. Whoa. Literally, here, I have to share my screen again because that is an acronym I've never heard of. Deepin.
There you go. Yeah.
But hold on, before
Uh,
we continue, I want to just shout out some comments. I got a woo from Parth. Got Let's Go Helium
hey,
from Oleg. That's
love
sick.
it.
And thumbs up for Coinbase
Okay.
when we were
There you
talking
go.
about X402, which is nice. And Parth is also a crypto noob, so glad I'm not the only one here. Anyways, tell me more about DeepIn.
Yeah. So DeepIn is the recognition that sometimes to build this stuff, some sort of incentive is a part of the narrative. So
Mm.
for Helium, it's like you get rewarded for this, utility that you provide. Utility is probably the other. If there had to be another word in this terrible acronym, it would be that.
Oh,
Like
because that'll make it
actually,
clearer. The other word, utility.
you're right. But like, I see some projects that start to become deep in, and it's like we we token incentivize like brushing your teeth, and it's like who's buying that data? Why is that valuable to anything, right? Like vape to earn or some of these other like
Oh my
crazy things.
God.
Um,
Oh, all my TikTok ads for the last like 2 weeks have been about how I should be earning money for scrolling on TikTok, which is like I don't know what's happening.
yeah, it yeah, I'm gonna try not to go off on those things too much, but like this is part of the frustration of crypto. Is like literally anyone can do whatever they want. This is like internet in the like early '90s, right? Like
Totally.
you could sell drugs, you could do whatever, and like there was basically zero rails on that system. Um, and so, you know, we spend time lobbying. We work with Coinbase and Solana Foundation, all this other stuff to try to help educate, like build, you know, proper regulation there. Um, but the core idea is like, can you build a system where somebody can, you know, go set up one of these little guys, create infrastructure, create value, work with, you know, Fortune 500 companies and all these other folks to like become core part of their infrastructure and like make systems better in resilient ways and all this other stuff. So um, yeah, there's cool things around like weather collection. People can go set up a weather station and build a whole new other set of weather data, or they can drive around with a dash cam that's
Mm.
specialized to collect data that can be fed into, you know, Mapbox and Here and all these other products. Um, so,
I guess why does this need to be on crypto? Like in theory, everything we just did up until the crypto point, like this could just be paying me out dollars.
yeah, very good question. Scale is a big part of this narrative, right? So we want to be able to do this across millions of people. We
Mm.
do it for
And like
hundreds
not
of
even in the
thousands
US, maybe.
and not even in the US, right? So we operate an IoT network that is completely
I see, I
global.
see. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but I feel like I can make the case for you. It's like we want to like have micropayments. We don't want to have to worry about currencies. We just want to give you like credits and just worry about our credits situation, and then you can get paid out in some other way. Like the rest of the crypto ecosystem can help with that.
Yeah, you basically become a part of that system and you can make whatever decision you want on how you interact there.
But I guess then the question is, um, like I want stable coins, like I want dollars. Like what's the exchange rate for HNT to dollar, and how volatile is that? Should I
It
pull
is
that? Can I
about
pull
it.
that up?
Yeah, it's a dollar
Well, how
seven
would
right now.
how would I
Yeah.
find that out myself?
You
What
could
would I Google?
search on Coinbase. You could search on CoinMarketCap, HNT
Helium
Global.
price today. Okay, cool. So this is okay. So this is what you said. It's a dollar.
Yeah, and there's
Whoa!
different
Look at this
volatility there.
volatility. Oh, it
Yeah,
makes it
yeah.
seem more volatile than it is.
Well,
I
yeah,
was like,
that range
whoa.
is crazy, but like Helium has seen run ups super high. Like years ago, it was up around $50 or something.
Whoa.
But yeah, and so you zoom out and like people are like, oh, it's gone to zero. But the reality is we're operating for more users, more protocol revenue, all this other stuff that we ever have. So that the network is
It's just
thriving,
why it's just
but you're at the
wild.
whims of markets. Yeah.
But like, in what this is crazy that like, wait, but like, you guys are giving me tokens, and then I'm exchanging them for USD.
Mm-hmm.
In theory, this is like in theory, speculators can make things go crazy. But in theory, you guys could just like print more of this money. Like we I have to like you have to build trust with the community that you're not doing
Yes.
that, I guess.
Yes. There is a whole tokenomics design with a basically there's a maxed amount of tokens that will ever exist. Um, and so it
Okay, what's
helps.
that number?
If you scroll down, it actually should be on this page.
I was gonna say it
223
should be.
million. Yeah, yeah, there it is. 223 million.
Whoa, nice.
And so part of our protocol is that as
Dilute. Whoa, whoa,
data
whoa, hold on,
credits
hold on.
get used, yeah.
The market cap is, I see, is this number
So we
times
emit
the,
tokens that'll never surpass 223 million.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
In fact,
But
it's
the
actually
current
even
market
lower.
cap is, oh, okay, great. The
There you go.
assets circulating with the current price. Got it. Cool.
Yep. and
fully
FTD is your
diluted.
full,
I
yeah,
I see,
max
I see.
supply.
Cool. Wow, wow. This is kind of sick.
Yeah. I
It's like a stock market.
to go back to this depin thing, a really key tenet of it is transparency, and so
Mm.
even down to the data transfer, there's all these high level network metrics. We write almost every activity to S3 buckets so that people can go and audit and understand what's going on there. Of course,
What
all of
activity?
the basically what hotspots were rewarded for what amount, like all that kind of stuff. Um,
So how would I
is
access that?
You'd have to pull down a bunch of protos from S3 buckets and process and compute and do things with them.
Protos?
Proto buffs.
Protobufs. Yeah.
It's
I thought
the
I thought maybe you were that was short for protobuf, but I wasn't sure.
yeah. Um, it's something that like uh, technically minded people get into and they go do processing on it or they send Claude on it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
There's
We could
third-party
have that.
contributors that
Could we have should we send a Val off to go do it?
that might get expensive because there's so much data. We set it to requester pays for those buckets because otherwise people just pull
Oh,
and it's
interesting.
really crazy
You
really
you
quickly.
don't have anyone in the community or you guys making like time series APIs that like have all this data like in some sort of
Oh yeah,
database that
there's a few. Our community is pretty awesome in that way, where there's people that have stood up their own little companies around it and provide
nice,
analytics and things like that. And
nice.
of course, we ingest and process all that stuff too. Um, so yeah, there's a bunch of levels of access, and then the on-chain stuff is relatively free as long as you have a means to query it.
Are
So
you guys like I feel like the theme of this call is that like there's this like huge successful legitimate like crypto Wi-Fi company that like nobody knows about or like that I don't know about that uh
I couldn't argue with you. Right?
that I don't know
Yeah.
about. Like, are you guys the biggest? Like, are there other companies like you guys that are just like operating like awesome crypto projects that people don't know?
Uh, no, we are certainly the biggest. We're probably the biggest in the DPIN segment in terms of people using the network and sort of our footprint.
Like, like Filecoin, for example. Like, are you guys
Yeah.
bigger and more legit than they are, or like, or is it
Uh,
comparable?
Filecoin has a larger market cap. I think we actually have more protocol revenue and users. But Filecoin was an inspiration for the model of Helium.
What? Wait, sorry, protocol revenue. What's that mean?
That is effectively who is buying the utility of our network.
That's your company's revenue by.
It so we don't get direct revenue. We let's see. If
Yeah, yeah,
remember,
yeah.
so
I think
uh,
maybe hey, let me just ask a question because I feel like this might tee you up well. Like
yeah.
you're giving me helium,
Mhm.
and then telco networks are they the ones buying the helium? Is that how this works?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
So they actually have to spend helium tokens in order to use the
You're
network.
telling me that Google Fi, you're getting them on chain. You're like, hey guys, we're gonna help you cut costs, but like you're gonna have to take some dollars, convert to USDC, convert the USDC into helium.
Right. That is the dream. They have not done that yet. We do it for them as a
No
service.
way.
But yeah, that is effectively what goes on as the whole chain there. So those carriers have to burn data credits, burn helium tokens into data credits. And those data
Whoa,
credits are fixed.
burn like delete them for forever?
Yep. You take one, delete it, and then you get this other thing on the outside.
Well, but then I'm confused. How can you have a max supply if people are like deleting them so fast?
Uh, so yeah, that's what I was saying. The max supply is actually lower than 223 million because we've had a bunch deleted.
What happens when they're all deleted?
We have an emission. It's a gosh, this is the complicated economics of it. But part of our economics is that it'll emit tokens, and part of that, if you surpass, I'm probably not the person to talk about this, but there's these sort of diverging or converging lines where things sort of net out equally. Um, it is presumably possible that you could burn, like if the token price went to 1 cent and then somebody burned 200 or 2.3 million worth of HNT, it wouldn't actually emit enough tokens to totally recover, and then there'd be like 2,000 tokens left or something.
What do you mean by
There is
emit tokens?
So we every epoch, every end of day, that UTC midnight, we emit tokens on a schedule, and it's a predefined schedule. So it's a sort of half-life decay that gets smaller and smaller over like 10 or 15 years. Basically designed to never surpass that 223 million. So you do all your little emissions, they eventually.
Oh, so max supply, like this, I was thinking about it like Bitcoin, like how there's only 23
That's
million
right.
coins for
Halvings.
forever.
Yep.
But you can't make more Bitcoin?
Correct. Yeah. And so HNT is actually designed in the same way. So after that ultimate point, there would be what is out there, and you'll be stuck with that.
But I'm confused because it sounds like in order for the telcos, like why are the telcos just giving me their helium? Why do they have to burn them?
They could. So the reason we built the data credit mechanism is for stability. Like if you're a telco, you don't want to put, $10,000 worth of helium tokens on your books and see it fluctuate as you try to emit them out to people. They want to know that they have $10,000 worth of usage, and that's what a data credit converts to, basically. So,
Okay, I see. So there's maybe what I'm getting hung up on is that there's another kind of so there's helium tokens, but then there's another thing. There's a data credit thing, which I don't really understand, and that's the thing that's burned.
yeah, those data credits get burned, but you burn HNT to get data credits. And then,
Okay.
so the part that's missing here is that each time we calculate the rewards, there's a portion of those data credits that get re-emitted as HNT, but there's a ceiling on those. So, because you need to get rewarded for your HNT or for your data transfer, right?
Yeah.
And so the network emits HNT to you for transferring data through your hotspot, as well as everyone else. And so as that happens, new tokens are emitted, right? But with that cap of how much we can actually emit in a given day, so that we don't surpass that 223 million.
But in 10 years from now, when you can't, at some point there won't be any more tokens to emit because you'll have reached that number.
Yes, I think that is the case.
And
I'm
I'm
not the
kind of
tokenomics guy, so we're probably in some weird territory.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Yeah, this is very confusing stuff.
Yeah.
And then it begs the question in my mind of like why not just use dollars? like I want dollars. The telcos want to be in dollars.
Yeah. No, a bunch of smart folks have thought really hard about the economics of these systems, and they came up with this for better or worse.
Who are the smart people? Like people at your company?
Company, community. It's a sort of community-driven governance system. So folks had, over time, sort of proposed these economic changes and voted them into existence.
Cool.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to learn more about the history and the people and the philosophy and like all this kind of token economic stuff, where would you send someone?
I would send them to Twitter. It's where most of us are sort of all watching and hanging out on a sort of daily basis. We have a presence on Reddit, and then there's our docs is probably the best place if you wanted to go sort of read up on our governance systems, things like that. All of that stuff is noted in there, and it'll kind of tell you what we're up to.
Oh yeah. This is actually helpful because you and I, when we first talked, you were telling me all about this LoRaWAN. I don't know how this is pronounced.
Yeah.
LoRaWAN. Yes, I have heard you say that word. I didn't know it was spelled like this. LoRaWAN.
Yeah. So I work with the LoRa Alliance. I'm on the board of directors there. We do a bunch of cool stuff in that space, and that outside of cell phones, completely detached, different hardware, everything. But it is a global network of these gateways where you can send temperature readings or asset trackers and all this other cool stuff.
Is this Helium network this Helium device I installed, does it have any lower end stuff? Is it at all related or no, totally unrelated?
No. Okay. Which is confusing. So we try to talk about just one at a time usually, but it inevitably somebody conflates the two.
Is the reason why one company does two different such distinct things because of expertise, or is it you guys are just good at, internet-y things, or is there another reason why?
Yeah, expertise is a big part of it. We built the IoT LoRaWAN network first and saw a lot of success there. And
you still
realized
saw a
that-
market opportunity.
Yeah, and it's just like, look, cell phone connectivity is such a large market. Like, we would be doing a disservice to not tackle that. And that has proven true. Like, it's a huge opportunity. So we're very actively trying to build that network.
Oh, look at this. Burn and mint economics. All right, cool.
This is all the stuff I couldn't talk through. Actually, the problem that I have is I go and write these docs and then the stuff exits my brain. It's just like a purge of information.
You wrote these docs.
Parts of it,
yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Cool.
Part of
emissions target. Oh my God.
There you go. Part of my belief is that all docs should have some interactive element to them. So, like, if you go into the data credit docs, there's some really nice widgets that explain those principles, things like that.
Data credit. Nice. Set Oracle price. Whoa, sick. Yeah, whoa, yeah, nice. If you want my favorite, obviously Brett Victor has a lot of good stuff, but my friend Glenn has this amazing prototype of what like interactive docs could be, and it's so good. Like, it's, takes it to the epitome of, like, he takes like a couple hundred lines of code and makes it like as explainable and explorable as possible. You can like edit the code, and that works. It's so cool.
I love this.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah. And now AI can like help us build these things. That's like one thing that I'm really excited about.
That was the first place I started doing these widgets, or the first place I started really using AI actively, was just like, I can build docs widgets. There's a low blast area.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And so it was really nice to just build these really concise.
Whoa.
To help.
Sorry to interrupt, but Solana, what does that have to do with it? It runs on Solana. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Good first sentence there.
Yeah, what does that have to do with Solana? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So going back to what you're asking about, like, what can I do with these tokens? You can swap them for any other token on Solana, whether that's USDC or Solana token or all this other stuff. So it's a really cool opportunity to get in. And
whoa, you guys have a wallet app? What the heck?
We do. Yep. We have a lot of software footprint.
Damn. Could I, like, all of a sudden I actually care about crypto because I want to pay for stuff on X402. So in theory, could I use your wallet to pay? Like, can I get USDC on your wallet and pay for stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't gone deep enough on X402 to see how much Solana is partaking there, because there's a lot of Coinbase and their base chain. But you can always bridge USDC between blockchains too. So you could earn a bunch on your hotspot and then convert and bridge things over to base and then go pay for API calls and things like
that. Because I wrote my X402 blog post, I was talking to a couple of people in the space, including the people at Circle. And they were telling me about how they kind of run like a clearinghouse between chains, like, to make this possible.
Right.
Is how they explained it. And then I have a friend who just today launched a clearinghouse company. Yeah, just today.
Oh, wow.
This is my buddy. So yeah. Yeah, I know that was miserable. All right, hold on. We have a couple more comments from the audience, and then I should let you go. All right, we got. No, I already showed that one. Parth, I think Parth was going to show us what Granola said about our conversation about like uh, maybe these economics, but didn't come through. And then Parth asked, "What are your favorite resources for crypto news?"
That's a tough one.
If it
Honestly,
were me, sorry,
well, where I was a crypto noob when I joined Helium,
how
and
long ago was
like,
that?
oh, 5 years ago,
Oh wow,
2026 now. Yeah. Um, I had played a little bit with Coinbase, things like that. But what made this really work for me is I got a hotspot that started earning tokens, and then I had something that I could go learn and understand and
yeah, yeah.
start doing.
And once you have a wallet and some tokens,
Yeah, and it gets you outside of Coinbase. You're not in the like the UI world. You can start interacting with the apps and the other things on that people are doing out there. You actually have that custody of your tokens. Uh, and at this point, I'm building all sorts of tools and utilities for hotspot deployers and things like that. And so it's just like I get to take all this knowledge that I have from work and like build little helpers and things like that.
nice,
So
cool,
that's where I would start as a crypto noob. Like honestly, like, and that's obviously a biased perspective there, but it is a really fun way to get going. Or
nice.
with any of these other deep end projects, right? Like you get to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
something, some work that gets
Mm.
rewarded and
Yeah, yeah.
gives you
It
something
is
to work with.
cool. Yeah, I think this will be really sick for me because like now, crypto for me up until now has been an investment-y kind of thing. Um, but like now that I have somewhere to spend it, X402, that's super exciting. And now that I have somewhere I'm earning it, that's also super exciting. So maybe,
Totally.
getting to connect those two will be fun.
Yeah. I'll be really curious if we can see some pipeline of like HNT to like paying for API calls. That would just be like the coolest thing.
Totally. That'd be sick. All right, cool. Well, we should wrap up. I've got a couple more comments from Parth. I'll just quickly show on the screen so everyone can see. Yeah, it seems like his granola thing didn't send.
Oh no.
Give me a wallet. Thank
Yeah.
you. And nice. Cool.
Shit.
Well, thanks
Yeah.
for joining Parth and Oleg. And of course, Joey, thank you so much for sending me this helium thing. I guess one thing, if folks are like excited about this and want to get one of their own, where do they buy one? How much does it cost?
Uh, Helium.com. The hotspots themselves are $250. And that is
Helium.com. And then I go to like
hardware.
hardware
Yeah.
and then mobile indoor hotspot and then $250. Nice.
Yeah. I will say if you have existing enterprise grade hardware, and you can look at our docs to see what we're supporting there. But Ubiquiti, Cisco, like all that kind of stuff, you can reach out to us. I think it's at
Oh,
business.helium.com
like
or Helium.
this right here.
Yeah. So when I talked about BWI Airport, like they had, I can't remember which one of it, but they had this throughout the entire airport. So they just worked with us to basically do everything that you just did for their existing stuff.
Sick.
So
But right before we got on this call, you were telling me that I should buy like a proper router. Which one were you saying I should buy?
I'm a big fan of Ubiquiti. It is the
So,
prosumer slash pro sort of. Yep.
so like in theory, what we could have done, or we could do in the next video, is I can get a Ubiquiti and we set it up on Helium
Hmm.
with no extra hardware.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. This seems like it would take a while though and be unpleasant.
It takes about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's not magic. These networks. I'm like
Yeah.
in awe of the fact that my phone right now, oh no, it's not on it anymore, but I can't believe it connected earlier to Wi-Fi. I wonder why I disconnected.
It might have put you back on your other Wi-Fi. It's just like,
No, no, it's just on 5G now.
okay.
If I'm like, what is the ethical, moral, legal repercussions of me being like, oh, when I'm at the office, I'm not going to be on Valton Wi-Fi anymore. I'm going to have Google Fi get me on my Helium. So then I'm getting Google to pay me for my own Wi-Fi.
Uh, yeah, I mean, ethical is a whole thing. From a from a practical standpoint, the hotspot does enforce metric like use metrics. So like we understand like a given device is connected for how long and for how much data transferred. So, of course, people are like, wow, I get rewarded for watching YouTube. I'm just going to sit watch YouTube all day long. That doesn't work out, right? Like there's caps there, and
I see.
for very specific reasons, and the carriers aren't interested in, paying for you to try to abuse the system. So
Totally.
yeah, there's a variety of things that we had to build because it's an incentivized system. This is like if you picked up your phone and started getting paid for it, like people would do weird things, right?
Yeah. Totally. Cool. All right. Well, we got two last comments. Oleg saying hi to you, and Parth saying thanks. All right. Well, on that note, thanks again, Joey. I will end the stream.
Cool. Thank you.